Hi there and welcome to HWM Aston Martin here in Walton on Thames. It's a great pleasure today to talk you around this 2017 Aston Martin Vantage S, finished in a wonderful colour called Quantum Silver. Now I'll show you around the car, take a bit of a whistle-stop tour in terms of some of the external features, and then we'll dive in and I'll show you how beautiful the interior is as well. So there's some quite striking detail inside as well. So yes, beautiful 10-spoke alloy wheels with a really nice striking contrast red brake caliper as well. So I'll show you around this as we go. So other delights are things like the chrome silver side strakes, body coloured side skirts. And coming around to the back of the car, there are some other delights as well, like the clear lights, which was an option at that time, the Vantage S badging, and the dual chrome exhaust tips as well. And this car also has the front and the rear parking sensors, which again was an option at that time. It's covered 11,000 miles from new. It's been very, very well looked after. It's a really nice thing. And it has a full Aston Martin service history, mainly looked after by us here at HWM. And the latest service was done just a few weeks ago. So fully prepared and fully serviced. Let's have a look in the boot space. So a really usable boot space. And this rear parcel shelf can come out as well, creating some extra room. But one of the useful things about it is you can actually get either a set of golf clubs in if you play golf, but more importantly, if you're going away for the weekend or a bit of a road trip, you can actually use it for luggage. And the Aston Martin connoisseur will know that it's a rarity to have the Aston Martin umbrella, which was provided with this vehicle from new. A wonderful service history, so you still get a tangible, nice leather-bound book which shows all of the service history from PDI originally right up until that service that we carried out just a few weeks ago. Still nice to have and feel those. I like it. Right, let me talk to you about some of the delights inside this, the interior. So it's a little bit unusual. So it's finished in Obsidian Black Leather, which is quite commonplace for Vantage, but it has a striking coarse silver stitch which runs right through from the dashboard down this centre line here and all around the seating. But unusually, it's actually finished in Strathmore leather. Now, the traditional leather being Caithness leather, which is pretty commonplace, but it's nice to have this kind of different texture Strathmore leather inside. I really like it actually. It's nice to see something a little bit unusual. And in contrast to that, we've got the Taylor's grey headlining, just to sort of break up the colour a little bit. This is really well manufactured, crafted. Just a nice Alcantara feel to the headlining, if you're into that. Inside, it's got the latest style. Now, we first saw this on Aston Martin Vanquish, and that was later extrapolated through some of the range as Vantage ran out in terms of the bundle change. So you've got this wonderful piano black sweeping, what they call a waterfall style dashboard, which, as I mentioned, was originally seen on Vanquish, but it was probably the most usable in terms of Vantage media system. You get this sort of great big beautifully crafted rotary that just makes it really, really easy, and even had things like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto for ease of use at that time as well. But I really like this style of dash. It became very usable in terms of audio, telephone, satellite navigation, and Apple CarPlay or Android Auto if you like to use that. Now, all the buttons on the waterfall dash are flush glass, and you get this amazing sort of haptic feedback through, a bit like you would do on a mobile phone on Apple iPhone, you sort of feel sort of sensation through the finger rather than having a physical button. It's a really, really nice touch, and that also carries through to the climate control. Now, I mentioned about the silver stitch, but that's also carried on through the steering wheel, which would have been an option at that time. Obviously has cruise control as well, which is operated from your right hand. But interestingly, little detail like the paddle shift here is finished with the Strathmore black leather inserts as well. Again, just another little touch, but it's just something else that you're connected to, which feels special. I really like this. Really like this car indeed. And again, the silver stitch, which kind of whooshes around the door card. Yeah, it's really nice. Other things to talk about, things like auto lights and wipers. So they were standard at this point. And ordinarily the sport button, which you can hear there, alters the gearbox, the throttle, and the exhaust note. And I think, you know, for me, Vantage S is probably, in terms of V8, the one to have. I think from my point of view, the V12 is very, very scary, and the V8 for me just leaves me wanting something a little bit different. But the V8 S is that perfect blend, particularly with this new style, waterfall styled dash and tech. Probably a really, really good blend of Vantage at that time. Well, thanks very much indeed for taking the time out to watch our video. Please don't forget to rate and subscribe in the bottom corner of your screen. That means a massive amount to us. But I'll leave you with the imagery of this quantum silver Vantage S with the bright finish front grille and the silver chrome bits. But it's a really, really special car. It's been very well looked after and maintained. I'll leave you to have a look.